Rita Yoku just registered. Esther Yoku will be in the maze. Good evening to Mami Yoku. Dokuya in Cantonment, I see you. Fresh, I've already registered you. Our one and only social media Mongol, the legendary K Fresh. Professor Wasimbia Badia, as if I K Fresh. Clara Mamaga, I just saw you there. Clara Mamaga Mausi Dede Nglo, aka Ohima Clara. Kwejo Che Kwating, Davies Ajay Kludoku in Samsam, Jeff Israel. Time is over, I'm told. Folks, we start the way we start. Until the lions have their own historians, the tales of hunting would always glorify the hunter. And you know, I'll say that again. Folks, I said until the lions have their own historians, the tales of hunting would always glorify the hunter. Hello and welcome to the most opinionated hour on radio and the nation's thought-provoking hour. I am Nana Ansah Kwao the Fourth, Chief of the Little Republic of Akwemu Edumasa, and I say thank God it's Monday. A time to meet up, a time to gather, and a time to perform one of radio's all-important rituals. Folks, it's that time of the week where we share our opinions, where we exhibit a true love for nation, where we let go of some of our sentiments and some of the things we hang on to. We pour out and we latch on to faith and pray for better days ahead. We agree, we disagree, we add on to what I'm going to say. You can take some out, but we all do it with positive in mind. Love for nation. It's all done agreeably. It's only done on Joy 99.7 FM. And I say thank God for Kosichum and all the management who give us this platform once a week to be able to do this important ritual. Folks, our topic today. But before then, let us all gather and make truth good. Our topic today, folks, the hittable stick of Techi is returnable to Ba. Yes. The hittable stick of Techi is returnable to Ba. Our topic today, folks, the hittable stick of Techi is returnable to Ba. Folks, if irony was a country, I'm sure its capital city won't be far from here. And I'm sure the capital city will probably be called Hypocrite. And as for the people in it, we can guess what they would have been called. Your guess will be as good as mine. But folks, sometime last year there was a very tragic incident. It was about a lady who was ill and was being transported in an ambulance to go and seek better health care. Now, somehow, this ambulance did not have enough fuel. They had to drive to her house, drive. Folks, somehow this ambulance had to drive from station to her house, back to the fuel station to see if they could credit some fuel, go back to the hospital to see if the doctors will loan. I mean, it was just back and forth and back and forth and back and forth until the poor lady lost her life right at the back of the ambulance. Petrol. Fuel, whether diesel, petrol, kerosene, I don't know what it was, but whatever it is, folks, the lady died in the ambulance. They could not fuel the car enough to arrive at the destination. The situation was very tragic. When the news broke, we were all concerned. We are not talking about any space gadget or any nuclear fuel or anything. Petrol, yeah, any diesel. Somehow, we lost a whole life because any petrol. Now, you see, what reminded me of this story was just 3 days ago, young liar, driving up north somewhere. His car gets stopped and armed robbers attack him and, shoot him. And apparently it took a long time for the police to get to the scene. So this morning on the 6 a.m. news, when they were interviewing why it is that the police got there, not so good of a time, the issue was the same. Ineffective car and bad roads. And the car was also far away from where the crime scene happened, so they couldn't get there quick enough. That the whole north, I mean, if you know anybody who lives up north, most of their highways are very, very notorious with such crimes. And so for a young man to pass away, and the reason for police not being able to respond quick enough was because the car they had was not good enough and it was not too close to the scene. Very sad. But let me tell you something which is even more sad. So when these crooks arrived at the scene and shot the man, you know why they ran? Because there was a dog in the car that barked. I keep telling us that, you see, the delinquents that we bring up is very reflective of the crimes that we hear. One would have thought, why don't you shoot the dog, take the man's phone or money or whatever it is, and go? Because after all, you have a gun and he's not armed. But no, they shot the man and ran away from the dog. It tells you the sort of human beings we are bringing up. Whether through Sunday school, Masalachi, Class 1, JSS, whatever it is, we are bringing people up who are so obsessed with basic material things, they are ready to end lives. And so somehow, this is one of the questions that we must answer. How do we manage to bring such people up? You're not robbing a bank. You're not robbing the military barracks or police station. An innocent car on the road, unarmed. There's a dog in it. Shoot the dog. Take the wallet, the phone, whatever it is, and go. But no, they shoot the man and run away from the dog. The people we are producing, this is the crime that they are bringing back home. Now, let me quickly say thank you because the police have arrested about three of the suspects. And so we say good job that, in a short period of time, they've apprehended people, and if it need, they are them. I'm sure the justice, the law will take its course. Let me remind you another sad incident that's just this Saturday. And if you'd listen to Newsfile hosted by Samson Ladi Ayenini, one of my brothers that I hold very dear. Some of the revelations on the show was very heartbreaking. To listen to Bright Simmons, and he was trying to weave through all the complexity of this forest, and when it was bought, who bought it, and which part was the forest and which part was the forest. He was saying that, listen, about 70%, if you go into details, about 70% of the forest has been declassified so that people can go in there. And eventually they will sneak in one by one by one. Every president that comes manages to increase the acreage of the original family. Somehow, as soon as this 4-year cycle goes, they add a bit more to the acreage that's going to give back to the family based on compassionate grounds. And I was sitting there, what came to mind, folks? We have mortgaged everything. Gold is mortgaged, oil is mortgaged, the toll booth once upon a time was mortgaged. E-levy, we are hearing in the wind that it will also be mortgaged. Now even the oxygen for the future, Yeton. The oxygen that one day our children, our grandchildren will come. As we are depleting all other forests and everything, the little oxygen. Now that's what I call desperation. Now, folks, you see, it is as though that somebody, maybe some angel in heaven, has come to whisper to our leaders that, with him, Nyankopon in 5 years' time, he's ending the world. The way in which they are grabbing and selling and some of the decisions that are happening, it is as though they've gotten a date for the end of the world. So they don't say, look, 5 years' time, so we would have no use of it. It is as though they've gotten the wind. Mortgaging assets, everything. And sometimes people talk about future and people say future, what about the now? People are not even making it now, so forget about the future. Because you need a solid now to be able to face the future. And as we speak, there are no nows. So when we look at simple things, folks, simple, like a good pickup truck, good big motorbikes that police can use to patrol these roads, have a very commanding presence to scare these people away. Folks, petrol, diesel, just to pump into an ambulance for the driver to take, and I think the lady was pregnant, to a hospital. Petrol. So you look at these instances, you hear these instances, and then on the other side of the news, folks, you look and see how people are amassing wealth, unexplained wealth, instant wealth, in the same country that we can buy petrol for a pregnant woman to get to hospital. Now, one interesting thing that Samson was talking about, or one thing that he was angry about in his take, was about asset declaration. That it was a complete hogwash. You just bring a sealed envelope and give it to somebody and say, "Me declare me asset." Facile. Nobody knows what's in there until something happens. Now, the interesting thing about it is that the reasons why people who have assets to declare don't want to declare the assets before they take public offices because they are scared of armed robbers. Now that I found it was comedy. Tell us what you have, whether what dime university the reason why we are hiring you is to keep the country safe. Which means why what being said, you're not even going to keep the country safe. So I don't want anybody to know what I have before they come and rob me. I mean, what an insult. Folks, what an insult. That if I declare my asset, I'll be under attack from who? Is that not the reason why we have governance, to keep a country safe? Is that not the whole idea, to keep a country developing and above all safe? I think safety should be one of the first things on anybody's list. Safe, that we can go and come sleep. The bus branding saga. Oh my God. The country came to a standstill. People were asking the prices of a whole bus, let alone the stickers that were going to be stuck on the buses. And we were outraged. Folks, we were livid. Oh my God. Occupy Ghana. Occupy Flagstaff House. Occupy the minds of Ghanaians. Red Friday. I mean, it was like, no way. You will account to us. You will explain to us how come you arrived at this figure to put stickers on the bus. Citizens were mad. Folks, who remembers the Ford saga? The Ford saga. My brother Manasseh, I don't know how he got there. Oko Wagadugu. I'm sure he took VIP to somewhere Boku and then jumped from Boku into Wagadugu Express, went to Wagadugu to go and find out if indeed this used Ford was given to the president. And we said, hell no. You cannot get a used Ford car and then suddenly praise the contractor, and then funny enough, the contractor gets some job. Was it induced by this used Ford car? Ford way, but guess what, folks? That's how citizens should behave. Folks, that's how citizens behave. There's nothing wrong. We must probe and find out and make sure that those we have given power to are accountable to us. So I'm not complaining. Folks, the middle class in Ghana was on the move. Our own finance minister was on the move. They were on the road. The government is not going to account on Zona. People were on the move. Big names were on the move, demanding accountability. So let me fast forward to this time, this era. So we are here and a divorce petition just comes out. Now, according to the divorce petition, just 2.5 years ago, we were all living in a rented house. 2.5 years into government, you now get a position in government, but something happens at home. Nobody's perfect, so we can't comment on that. But 2.5 years down from moving from a rented apartment to now, I want a 16-bedroom flat. I want a beach house property. I want property in East Legon. I want this. And you're looking at the list and you're thinking, hold on, are you divorcing from Death Trago? Are you divorcing from Imperial Homes? Why from all these houses within 2.5 years? Yet, we didn't occupy Ghana. We didn't paint any color any day, not even Blue Tuesday or White Wednesday. Forget about Red Friday. No. Suddenly we were colorblind. And then just recently, just to put the icing on the cake, a will pops up, personal will. And in the personal will, it's parts of the Achimota forest. So I am asking, it looks as if our demand for accountability has gone down. It's not as ferocious as it used to be. But guess what? You see, demanding accountability makes the leader sit up. Doesn't necessarily mean you hate the leader. No. But it makes him sit up. But suddenly, as our energy, we are not ready to occupy anything. And even if we are occupying, it's not occupying enough. And that's why I'm saying the hittable stick of Techi is returnable to Ba. Because if for one reason or the other, should the tables turn around, are we now going to stand up and say, oh, now we want accountability because the tables have turned around? Or this is now going to be the status quo? Let us water things down. Don't demand too much accountability. Folks, I am Ansah Kwao. The number is 0302-216-541. What do I know? What do I know? Well, who's my first caller?
Nana Kwesi Nana.
Nana Kwesi, let me hear you.
Okay, so I agree with you to an extent. Yes, some people are quiet with this government when it comes to accountability. But there's also the part where this government has exhibited clearly that they owe no one accountability. Why do I say this? You see, when this whole e-levy thing started coming in, or before that, we've been calling for accountability over and over again. And the government said he owes us nothing. But when e-levy came in and they were going on their town hall meetings, we all heard them. They were saying that as for e-levy, they will account for it. So yes, some institutions are quiet and they are not asking the questions. But those of us who are asking the questions, maybe we don't have the voice, maybe we don't have the platform, is the reason why the government says it doesn't owe us accountability. But I've also seen the stance the government has taken. They are not accounting for anything. Why? Because they have the power. They have the power. All the power is with them. So what do? Unless you get someone who has the bigger platform that is going to blow the thing, then even that, you get ministers and PROs coming to do damage control and pretend as if they are doing something about it. And nothing, we won't hear anything about it again. The next thing you hear is this same person, whoever is involved, is either has been rescheduled to reshuffled to another place, and that'll be it. That's basically it. So I agree with you to understand, but there's also the part where the government is not making it accountability easy. See, demanding for it now looks like it's an assault. It feels like you are assaulting them. That's how they are making it look like, and they are using the same power given to them to fight it.
Now, Kwesi, thank you very much, and good evening. 0302-216-541. Hello, who's talking to me?
Good evening, Chief.
Good evening.
My name is John. I'm calling from Lasibi.
John, let me hear you.
Sometimes I wonder, but when we have people who, by nature, they are arrogant. By nature, they think the country is their own personal property or personal company they are operating. That would not happen. Anytime I see those people who before them were occupy Ghana, occupy Ethiopia, occupy Chopo, and now I see them, what I say in my mind unto them is shame beyond you, and prosperity will judge them. You see, in the international community today, we had a meeting at a place, and the Green Climate Fund. And one of the expatriates said, in fact, he can't believe it that the president of the country have not made a mention about this Ramsar site that one of his appointees have well into his as a property. If it is in Europe, in fact, it can even not happen. But yeah, they are there, arrogancy. God will bless Ghana.
Thank you very much. 0302-216-541. Hello, who's talking to me?
Hello, this is Israel from Tema.
Come again?
Israel from Tema.
Israel, let me hear you.
Thank you very much. And I agree with you totally about the accountability. Yesterday, people who were shouting at the rooftop about the accountability. Today, they are silent, totally silent at the Italian cemetery. Maybe when the table turns tomorrow, as we said, they will wake up, demanding accountability again. God will realize and see whether the same people who were shouting yesterday, they will rise up tomorrow and ask for accountability. If they are not careful, we will follow up with them.
Thank you very much for call 03. Hello, who's calling?
Hello, I'm Solomon from Papasi.
Solomon, let me hear you.
You see this Occupy Ghana and Occupy Flaster House. This country, we are all hypocrites. Sometimes some of us feel sad. It's like this country, we don't have honest people. This, I hope and pray. I'm just praying that by 2025, His Excellency John Dramani Mahama will come to power. And we are waiting to hear so-called Occupy Ghana or Occupy what. And we'll see what will happen in this country. We'll chase all of them out of this country. We are not...
0302216541. Yes, you can be as passionate as possible, but take it easy. Hello, who's talking to me?
Hello?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, Nana. Nana, Stephen here.
Stephen, let me hear you.
Yes. Nana, when you think about Ghana issue, I feel like crying. You see? When the thing is coming to you, the voice is different. We have people sitting in the offices. Nana, I just saw, I was going to Kokwas, I saw just Kokwas overhead. The rain has just given from, the erosion is eating into the road. So are we saying that those authorities, nobody has seen this? A road stop, we have used Ghana money to build, to construct. The rain is eating into the road and nobody has seen it. Nana, where are we going? We said we don't have money. The small thing we have done, the rain is destroying it and nobody is even paying attention to it. Nana, where are we going?
Thank you for your calls. 0302216541. Hello, who's talking to me?
Hello, Nana.
Yes, sir.
Good evening.
Good evening.
Tofik here.
Tofik, let me hear you.
Nana, how's the family?
Very well, my brother. Yours?
We are all good. Nana, you see, this country, it's not that people don't want to speak up, but the current regime has made it very difficult for anybody to actually criticize them. As soon as you do that, you are colored as the opposition. So it makes it difficult for those who are not politically aligned to make their views known. Those who forcibly also make their views known, they are attacked. It's either you are physically attacked or social media, they come after you. So it makes it difficult for people to actually criticize this government. And even if they do, they find it very difficult to even take it. So it's better, those who have the voice, they are being attacked. But we, those that are starting life, we prefer to live in our little corner, take care of our families, rather than join them for you to be attacked, or the little that you have, they will come and destroy it.
Thank you very much. Who's calling?
Great King.
Yes,
Good
sir.
evening.
Good evening.
Yamibama wa yinya che. Oma wa soro again. Now, fuck and sempa bibia. Great King. You see, the hypocrisy there is in this country. Abaya di bote chino. I know an board band. The thing is, sometimes I feel very sad. I don't know. I always say on this platform that, is there anything in the presidency that when you are in opposition, you talk sense? But when you come to power, let it be a because I can't think far. How can we sell or scrabble for land at Timota Forest? Someone is going to buy. Even the Takumana Ramsar side that they are saying, those who have built there, they don't have permit to build, but they built on it. Yokoyana say a buy. I know of someone, Getkin, who within this year has built 6 mansions, has Land Rover, Range Rover, Land Rover, Land Cruiser, you name it.
I asked him, where did you get the money? He said, oh, Ejuma Bay. God bless us. And they should continue. Bye.
Bye. God bless you too. Hello, who's talking to me?
Hello, Nana. Good.
Shem.
Yeah, Nana.
Shem, let me hear you.
Okay, Nana. I would always go understand it. We can't keep everything. And that's what we constantly do every 4 years. I'll repeat it. We can't choose the less of two things. And that's what we do every 4 years. The two things I'm talking about here are and the NDC. These two people have been for how long? We will come and say AI is you never come in. Who saying Bahama should come back to power? Who is saying MPP should come back to power? Give it to Alan or Bahumia in the next one. Who is saying that? Who is propagating that we should do that in 2024? Why don't we then the absurdity to keep on doing the same thing, yet expect different results? You keep on doing the same thing. Look at the original days in the house. People want to remain loyal to the political party. Advance Africa is a different thing to do. She remains loyal to the and MPP political party. What about Ghana? What about Ghana? Like, is it that we don't want? I don't want to say we are hypocrites. We are not hypocrites. We just don't want to say the truth the way it's supposed to be said. People go to political party just to enrich themselves. But for me, I'm fed up. I'm a young guy who fed up with NPP and NDC because I want change. I want to see Ghana work. I am and I want to remain across Ghana. You know what? This is the country I was born in. We are at the center of the world for a reason. There is a reason why Ghana is there. Therefore, we should try to make Ghana work. We should stop this NPP and NDC BS and thank you very much.
Thank you very much, my brother. 0302216541. Hello, who's talking to me?
And good evening. I hope you're doing well.
I'm well. Ajiman Joseph.
Yeah, my
Ajingo man.
Yeah, then my question is simple. When this government came on power, they said that we have corrupt ministers among the previous government, and that they've caused financial loss to this state. So they are going to arrest them. How many years now? Where are the openings and the somethings and the rest? So if you say you should hold them accountable, it cannot be, because if you are holding these governments accountable, if they were able to hold the previous government accountable, we can also hold them accountable. So it looks as if what they do, and they were talking about it, just maybe they also do the same thing. So whom do we trust this country into? Nana, it's a serious issue. Love you.
Thank you very much. Nana, did you hear any member of the NDC publicly condemning the bus branding and the Ford sagas? Have you heard any MPP member demanding for the divorce and will issue? No. The one licking the honey have no respect for the bees. See, add all the security agencies and government together, Ghanaians are more than them. Unfortunately, the seats of presidents today is sold to the highest bidder, and the governing party is hypocritically holy. We have sold the presidency to the highest bidder. As we speak of politicians, remember civil servants also. They are doing works behind the scenes. Singapore is building a country for the future. Ghana is feeding its leaders for them to live abroad with their families and still pay them. Good evening. Yes, I mean, you definitely get one or two who condemn. It's just that the energy sometimes is not as high enough. Hello, who's talking to me?
Nana, good evening. This is Abu Jackson Kilanyo.
Let me hear you, my brother.
Nana, thank you for the good work you are doing for Ghana. Yeah. Nana, sometimes I cry within me for this country, especially when I think about my children's future. And I'm surprised that sometimes we say this thing in Ghana that about 70% of citizens in this country are Christian. For me, I don't believe that. If we are Christian and we are behaving like this, may God have mercy. It looks like nobody is thinking about this country. Everybody is grabbing around. Nana, let me tell you something. In next morning, we just wake up one day and they'll tell us that they serve this country with their citizens and people will come and take over. May God have mercy on this country. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, and God will surely have mercy on us. 0302 216 541 is the number. Hello, who's talking to me?
Yes, hello, Nana.
Hello.
Yeah, I'm calling from Akashi in the Volta region.
Let me hear you, my brother.
Thank you very much. Please, my submission has to do with the fact that for this country of ours to progress, I think the youth should be more up and doing, because those old, the gray haired, those who should have been more up and doing are not being responsible to their duties. So the youth should rise up, and because they are not look at the number of people, the youth that are unemployed, plenty, and then the social vices, the unrest. So for this country to progress, I think the youth should form a youth movement which don't have anything to do with any political party, so that we can progress. That's what I want to chip in with. Thank you very much for the good work you are doing. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Hello, and who's talking to me?
I'm Kojo.
Kojo, let me hear you.
This thing about accountability and the pressure from the people, we have to be very careful. Here is a situation that some people are talking against the government. During the previous government, some people who are talking against the government now were quiet. Where were they fixed the country? Something movement. Were they in the Bahama time? At that time, Occupy Ghana and the others are speaking. They were speaking. Now, Occupy Ghana are quiet and treat the country who were quiet at one time, and some people who were quiet at one time are also speaking. So, where is the hypocrisy? Is it that one group is hypocrite, or all of us are hypocrites? I see a balance here. At a point, some people talk. At another point, another group of people talk. And the people who talk previously keep quiet. This is the alternative scheme which we have seen all along. So if there is a hypocrisy, then we are all hypocrites.
Thank you very much. Well, you can. Hello, who's talking to me?
I'm Evans. Nana, good evening.
Evans, let me hear you.
You are on point. And the fact is, the country where we are heading towards is, if you want to talk much, you may be picked up by some matters, and the next hour you are no more, and your case will be investigated till the kingdom comes. So let's cover ourselves with some blankets in the night and see what God will do for us. Thank you. God bless.
Thank you, and God bless you too. Hello, who's talking to me?
Hello, good evening. I'm Eno calling from Ansah.
Eno, let me hear you.
Nana, you said it all. Just this morning, I was listening to a radio program, and somebody drew an analogy. And it's a mirror image of what our leaders of today portray. He said somebody went into a restaurant and saw inscription, say, eat everything, it will be paid by your great-grandchildren. The person sat, ordered, give me this, give me this, give me this. Ate, finished, and was going, and he was met with a bill. Then the person said, I was just told that it will be born by my great-grand. Also, oh, yours has not been prepared yet. This is what your great-grandparents ate, and you are to bear it. So yours will be bared by your great-grandchildren. And this is what we see. They think of themselves. About a month ago, something like the INN's program, I heard of a pay of a CEO, and ever since it gave me headache. clothing allowance 10,000, and I was asking myself, is it having boutique that the person go for his dresses or what? This allowance, medical screening abroad, children below 18, medical. It's so sad. So when I see the youth, some of the youth fighting in the name of politics, I feel sad for them. They come on television, argue, then they will go and sit somewhere and drink, then they share everything for themselves. This is a country that they claim without e-levy, they can't do anything. Yet, every 4 years, they are able to batter themselves with gracia.
Thank you very much. And hello, who's talking to me?
Yes, my name is Amma.
Amma, let me hear you.
Okay, I'm speaking from Accra.
Good.
Nana, thank you for the program this evening. Mm-hmm. It's like my heart is bleeding for this country. The way things are going, this is not the Ghana that we used to know. A country that is a democratical country that you can speak. This time, it's like our mouths have been glued. You can't talk. Once you talk, the next moment you'll be picked up. And if you are not careful, that will be the end of your life. I believe yourself, as you are there, you are also being careful. We can't talk. Not that it's like you are scared. But in all, prosperity will judge our politicians. Come 2024, we are waiting. Our time will speak. Thank you.
Amma, thank you very much for your call. All too soon. Our hour is up. Sentiments are the same. I have a guy who says, well, then there's a balance, isn't it? At every given time, there's a different group that talks. There's a different group that talks. And all the time, all of us suffer. Well, yesterday was a Muslim Women's Conference at the Islamic Center at Kwao, Ghana. Very well attended, very beautifully organized. I want to say a big thank you to all the Islam clerics in Accra who turned up, all the women who turned up to grace the occasion. From GDA, from Wahinere Gifty Auntie. She says thank you very much. And that next year, she'll be there to do it all over again. Maxwell Agbabai is here to give you the news bulletin. Abeku was on the ones and twos and is still going to stay on the ones and twos with some big tunes. I'm Ansah Kwao. Next Monday, we'll be back to do this all over again. Thank you.